Hello and welcome to another episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. It is my pleasure to welcome a very dynamic, very talented artist, filmmaker, who is my guest today in the studios of AFTA for another episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. Manoj Chakravarty, my guest today, born in 1979, graduated from the Assam Government College of Fine Arts in first class in sculpture. He has received several awards which we will be talking in between our conversation. Welcome to the studios of AFTA, Manoj.
Namaskar.
It has been a great pleasure inviting you.
Thank you.
I have been observing your amazing work,
Thank you.
and the work that really haunts me every time. And whenever I look at that wall with that man standing with a glass in the Gauhati Artists Guild terrace, I am so happy to see that. And every time I see a different.
I am honored.
And when I was thinking of my guests, it was Manoj Chakravarty who came to my mind because of that man with the specs.
I feel honored.
And you had graduated in Fine Arts from the Government College of Art and Craft in Guwahati in the year 2006.
2006. Yeah.
And it's a long way that you have come across. I just wanted to ask you something. As an artist, what do you do for a living now?
Actually, I'm a freelancer, and freelancing is very tough in
Right,
Assam
exactly.
nowadays. Nowadays, it was a little more from the previous. And the past from different from past time, like in the days of our pioneer artists like Asudev sir.
No,
and,
it was nothing changed like that. Since you just referred to two great people, Asudev and Benu Mishra. Benu Mishra had a job, so he could sustain. But Ashudev never had a job at all. He could do all these paintings that you see around is just because the support he received from my mother, who was a teacher in the Assam Textiles Institute in Guwahati. So she was the only person who had supported. And that is the reason why we have all these wonderful paintings around.
Yeah.
And you also have a wonderful supporting wife, I must say.
Yeah.
And who was our guest in the previous episode. And it was so wonderful talking to her. And you have balanced your life doing, both of you in some way or other. And you have sustained. You have two wonderful kids and they are doing wonderful work. You are freelancing, but then the work that you do is something that people would remember for ages. That's for sure. And that's the reason why you have received the State Award in Painting in an exhibition organized by All India Fine Arts and Crafts Society in 2002.
2002, yeah.
But that's not all. In 2004, you have again got a certificate of merit in an art exhibition organized by your same faculty it's the Assam College of Government College of Art and that's your. And then you venture into sculpture, and that got your sculpture was selected in the Lalit Kala exhibitions. You participated in exhibitions like Octave Celebrating North East, organized by the Lalit Kala Akademi, and in several other group and solo exhibitions. And you are continuing that passion of creating something. Now my question to you is, we'll go a little to your childhood. When you first what made you think that I should take up sculpture or painting? And what was the reaction of your parents?
Uh, First, actually, when we used to study in class 4 or 5 in primary, at that time, like those art schools are now available in this time, but in that time, art school are not available. So, I it's actually I am not. I mean, when I was in I was pursuing my bachelor in arts
No,
in
that
Guwahati
is, that
College.
is
At
later.
that time,
That is later. I am talking about your childhood.
childhood. Okay.
When you first thought that I want to paint.
Actually, in childhood, I didn't thought like that. I am going to study fine art in future.
But when you made your first painting, what did your parents say?
Actually, it was I was in class 4 and I draw some sketches, and those sketch pen I borrow from a classmate,
Okay.
one of our classmate, and I draw 3 or 4 figures. I could not.
So at that time you didn't go to any kind of schooling.
No.
So that was entirely that was something that has evolved from your own.
It's actually it's a copy work.
Okay.
I draw an image of cat or banana tree. These 2 images I can remember.
Okay.
So I draw these 2 or 3 images, and I showed it to my teacher, which says. Now, fortunately, she is now my mother-in-law.
Oh wow! So she must have thought that the son-in-law is going to be a very talented person. Oh, that's wonderful.
And she appreciates me a lot.
Okay.
That I draw very well. My drawings are very nice.
See, I tell you, what you are today.
Yeah.
The credit should be given to your mother-in-law because she appreciated your work. Usually what happens with children is they...
And she hanged it on that school
wall. That's even much more farther. I have been a teacher of art, so I have seen that art education in the school is not a priority for all the parents, right?
Yeah.
And other subjects are very, very important, but then they don't encourage children to be an artist. But the recent education policy has come up that the creativity of the child has to be given more importance.
Yeah.
How good he is in mathematics or science, that is second, but then because that is only his a kind of a skill development.
Yeah.
But art, music, dance and drama, these 4 areas are where the child will be contributing entirely on his own creativity. But then the problem with our society is because we are in that rat race to get a job and settle down somewhere, this settle down concept has actually taken away the creativity out of our children.
Yes.
And recognition of a child at the very tender age is actually where the beginning of an artist. Huh? Because if a child sings, definitely the child would not be singing like any professional, but he will be enjoying that singing. A small child paints something, you should not look into the grammar. You see that the child has enjoyed doing that. It is the society, the teachers, the parents, and then the entire society who should recognize that this child is talented. And what your teacher has done with you, appreciating you and putting up that in the school, I think that was the beginning of the artist in you. Because all child, what I feel is, every child is born with the same kind of sensibilities.
Yes.
And it is the responsibility of teachers, the parents, and the society to recognize that this child is good in art, this child is good in music, and once they start doing this, we will get a lot of artists who will be there. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
So I am very, I am sure my viewers will be very happy to know this. Whatever, what has happened in the future is a beautiful story. But then the beginning of an artist in Manoj Chakravarty was because of his teaching.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. And see.
And I must thank my father also.
Definitely.
He appreciated me a lot. And when I was in HS, and that time he introduced me to my first guru of fine art, late Tapan Bordoloi sir, who was principal of Guwahati Artists Guild.
Yes.
I learned the ABCD and all the grammar in Tapan Bordoloi sir's art school. It was in his home in Kharguli. I was used to go there, and one fellow student is there. Only two of us was there, and I learned all the medium of watercolor and that's light and shade, object drawing, all these things.
See, I have always, encouraged that Guru Shishya Parampara.
Yeah.
That you have gone to an artist and learned from the artist. That is what the society needs now. We don't require art school. And this art school concept has actually ruined.
It's ruined.
It has ruined
it has ruined.
In my entire life, I have not ventured to open an art school. And even my wife, who is an artist, I have told her, and she also says, yes, I am not going to open an art school, the conventional kind of art school, which actually are creating something like a skilled labor, not artists. Not artists.
Actually.
And you must have experienced when you go for judgment for art exhibitions, you would find 10 or 15 similar painting, right? And this is because of the influence of art school. We are encouraging that. I think we should see in school level. What I feel is we are not there to create artists. We are there to at least instill that artistic sensibility in the child. And it is only then if the child wants to really learn art, he or she would go to Shantiniketan or Baroda. That is the place actually. But unfortunately, it was not happening. But the new education policy has emphasized on this, that children with whatever creativity they have, that should be encouraged. And why did you venture into sculpture then? Because that is one of the most tough of all the mediums in art. Not everybody can do monumental sculptures and things like that. So what is your favorite medium?
In sculpture?
Yes, in sculpture.
In sculpture, I like clay or carving. Carving is my favorite.
So that requires a lot of...
And scrap. Scrap also I like. Sculpture...
and it is one of the very expensive medium.
It's expensive. If I talk about metal casting like bronze or any other material, it costs.
It's plenty. Yes, it's a big amount. Yes.
So that is the one of cause that I actually like us artists. We can't afford so much.
Right.
Because if I do a sculpture in bronze and I have to keep it in my home, that selling of sculpture or painting.
In this part of the country, it's not yet. We don't have that market. But then in the rest of the country, I think we have demand for good sculpture. And you have you have to take a lot of time to create a good sculpture and something different, something unique, and it has a market. There's no doubt about it. So, when you started, when you joined the Assam, your College of Art, Government of College of Art, so you had teachers who were teaching you sculpture also.
Yeah.
So, what did they? I mean, what was your take from them?
We take a lot of like technical ideas like molding and casting and the method of carving.
Okay. Who were your teachers?
I must say that Krishna Goswami sir and Gopal Sonar sir. Gopal Sonar was the technical assistant and our professor was Krishna Goswami sir.
Okay.
He was a very prominent sculptor of this time. So he taught a lot of things, like how to handle wood. Actually, the quality of wood, if you that has it has a character. Wood has a special character of it. Metal has a different character. Clay has a different. It's the flexibility and the hardness, all these things, the volume, weight. You have to feel all these things. So we learn a lot of things from them, my gurus.
Okay. And you are now doing paintings also.
Painting.
You are also doing murals.
Murals, yeah.
You are doing murals. So, which one is more interesting?
Actually, I enjoyed in painting. I enjoy a different. What should I say? That the medium of painting, it's two-dimensional and light and shade and the form. Actually, I think I am an image maker. So I give importance in images that from our daily life. I took like a dead leaf or something very like that one piece of some kind of it's look different kind of thing that
from the nature.
From nature and
Okay.
all actually my inspiration is
From nature. Okay.
So,
And you have been creating wonderful murals.
thank you.
I just at the very beginning I told you about the mural that you have created in Gauhati Artists Guild.
Yeah.
And which medium, like you said, you are basically an image maker, and from image making you went into film making. Now, film making is a different genre.
Different genre, yeah.
And share with us, how did you venture in making a film, and what was your experience?
My wife Monica,
She's a writer. She's a wonderful writer.
One of her stories that name is that story Jal, and those things that she actually those images in her stories, like a guy, he wants to kill his wife and get rid of from her because some way she portrays
conflict.
No,
I'm willing to know about the craft of filmmaking.
No, actually, I am not that filmmaker. Only one film I have.
No, it's okay. That's the beginning. What my viewers would be interested, because see, this podcast is basically the most of my subscribers are my students. And the purpose of having this podcast is so that they get some kind of inspiration from people who have achieved something in life. How much, whatever they have achieved, it's an achievement. You have made a film, that film has gone to international platform, that itself is a big achievement. And that would definitely, encourage you to make another film whenever you get an opportunity. And film is such a medium that actually travels a lot, other than your other art forms. It's a film which is actually having a very large reach, even if it is not a very super hit kind of a film. It is a creative thing. So when you made that film, a short film, what was your idea behind it? Yeah, you have a story written by Manika. You have a story
And
with you, and you have a script with him.
I did the script, and actually it a festival-oriented film.
Okay.
It was, and it got an award of jury special award in
Okay.
Guwahati International Film Festival. I actually, what was your question?
My question was, I wanted to know about the craft.
Of
How you made that film? What equipment did you use?
everybody knows that camera is must.
Huh.
And
See, I tell you, camera is must, but then nowadays there are such wonderful filmmakers who have made a wonderful film with a DSLR.
yes, only, yeah.
Even the
Actually,
if you talk about Rima Das,
Yeah.
the initial films that she has done entirely, if you see the script at the end, if you see the credits, you'll find it's only Rima Das. And she has done it with a DSLR.
Yes, yeah.
So DSLR has given you opportunities to make film. And now they are not looking for those kind of things.
You must have the vision actually.
Yes, that
You
is
must have
important.
the vision.
Exactly. That's what I said, that you said, I'm an image maker. So film is also making images, it's a series of images that you make. Right. And that's why I asked you that you thought about making it into a film and then you have made it into a film. You have done everything, though you are not a technical person in filmmaking, but your film has gone to the international forum. You have been given a certificate. Does it, encourage you to make more films?
Definitely, but some problems are there, like financial. My first film, the producer was my wife, and
Okay.
we can't afford that. Can't produce next film. That we have to think about that.
Yes,
So
yes.
we got a producer, then I have a plan in
You have a
future,
plan.
making a feature film also.
That's really wonderful. It was, it's so nice to talk to people who have a lot of, dreams, and how to fulfill those dreams. It's really something. So, Manoj, you have come into the world of painting, drawing,
Yeah.
and you started from your school when you were in class 4. You got some recognition and then you kept on moving around and you came. How do you think that your future is?
I don't know.
What do you want? What do you dream of
I
your
just
future?
believe in my work
Yes.
and doing my work.
There is no
Continue-
doubt about
continue-
it.
continue
Your
my
work is, there is no question about your work. Your work is excellent. We have seen your work, and the viewers must have seen the work that is there in our podcast. And no doubt about it. But then, what do you want to do more?
Actually, want to do is, if I honestly saying that in big volume, I want to do in big volume sculpture, like public sculpture.
Okay.
If I got um,
Opportunity. and
opportunity or some kind of connoisseurs
Right,
or
right.
financier or means
can do it.
If I want to make a big volume sculpture, it's cost a lot of
Right.
money.
But you said you were interested also in making scrap sculptures from scraps, and we had a very senior, wonderful artist, Pranavendu
Vikas Dhar, sir. Yeah.
and he had his education from Saint Martin, London, and he has. And he was working with scrap. So when you say scrap, it was Pranavendu because Dhar who was
Actually,
coming to my mind.
I developed my interest in sculpture of seeing of one of his exhibition. I think it was his last exhibition.
Yes.
That he worked on a sunflower series. Those all those sculpture.
Right.
It was held in that gallery in San Mari, Truvada's
Art song.
art song gallery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
And that
not having that
exhibition-
much space, so he put it outside also.
Yeah.
And the kind of work he has done. So you can start thinking in working on with scrap, and that would
The cheapest medium.
it would be cheapest, and not because cheapest.
No,
You can keep on thinking what to make and start developing.
But
it.
keeping sculpture is a very big problem. If you don't have enough space,
Right.
you can't.
Yeah, somebody has to give you some space, and you
Space
can
or
display.
I have to install it properly
Right,
somewhere.
right.
I have
It
to
has to
install.
be installed.
It has to be installed.
So let's hope that now since Guwahati is developing on the riverfront, I think you have a lot more scope of environmental sculptures coming up on the banks of the river.
But only in Assam, I saw that only portrait sculpture or like
Right,
famous
yes,
personality
yes, yes.
sculpture is.
Because that is the tradition here. But if you have to, you can break it and start that kind of an environmental sculpture. If Anish Kapoor can go to Chicago and put up a huge sculpture, I think we can also do it in Guwahati, provided we have that kind of
If we
scope.
patronize
Yes, we need
or
a lot
government
of
or private organization.
Yes, we have to approach, and people in this part of the country, they do not have that much of concept of environmental sculpture.
Yes.
But then if you go to Orissa, you can see a lot of huge
Yeah,
sculptures around, all around the city.
Orissa,
Because
in
people,
Baroda,
Baroda,
everywhere.
they have that kind of knowledge based already, and they start making it. So it was really wonderful talking to you, Manoj, and very thankful that you have been my guest for Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. And that brings to the end of this conversation with Manoj Chakravarty, a very prolific artist who has ventured into different areas, different mediums, and my guest for Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. In our next episode, we'll be again talking to another achiever who has really set a benchmark in his life. With that, we come to an end of this show. Do take care. Goodbye.